Are you absolutely fed up with the Toronto Maple Leafs' endless quest for the perfect roster fit? Or is it just me? It feels like every offseason, every trade deadline, we're stuck in a perpetual game of musical chairs, trying to find that elusive piece that will finally push this team over the top. And now, with Ryan Reaves gone, the Leafs are back in the market for a specific kind of player, a role that sparks passionate debate among the fan base. It's enough to make you wonder if they'll ever truly settle on a stable identity. The latest buzz swirling around the hockey world, specifically from the folks at Heavy.com, suggests a fascinating one-for-one swap that could see the Maple Leafs acquire a gritty presence to fill a very particular void. The proposed deal? The Toronto Maple Leafs acquiring Ross Johnston from the Anaheim Ducks in exchange for David Kampf. Now, on the surface, this might seem like a minor move, a footnote in the grand scheme of an NHL offseason. But when you peel back the layers, it reveals a calculated strategy from both sides, addressing specific needs and, for the Leafs, potentially shedding some salary while bringing in a player known for his physicality. Let's break down what this potential trade means for each team. For the Toronto Maple Leafs, the acquisition of Ross Johnston isn't just about replacing a departed player. It's about adding an enforcer, a player who isn't afraid to drop the gloves and provide a much-needed physical edge. Johnston, at 31 years old, has 1 year remaining on his 4-year for a $0.4 million deal. Last season with the Ducks, he skated in 43 games, tallying 1 goal and 3 assists for 4 points. While those offensive numbers won't set the world on fire, Johnston's value lies in his willingness to engage physically and protect his teammates. Furthermore, a key component of this proposed deal for the Maple Leafs is the ability to potentially send Johnston down to the AHL and bury a significant portion of his salary, thereby creating valuable cap space. This is a crucial element for a team perpetually navigating the tightrope of the salary cap. On the flip side, the Anaheim Ducks would receive David Kampf, a useful fourth-line center who brings a strong defensive game and penalty-killing prowess. Kampf, who has 2 years left on his 4-year, $9.6 million deal, recorded 5 goals and 8 assists for 13 points in 59 games last season. For the Ducks, a team in a different stage of its competitive cycle, Kampf represents a reliable, defensively responsible veteran who can anchor their fourth line and contribute immediately. This trade, therefore, makes sense for both franchises, aligning with their respective strategic objectives. The Leafs getting an enforcer in cap relief, and the Ducks acquiring a solid, experienced defensive forward. This discussion about bringing in an enforcer, of course, brings us back to the recent departure of Ryan Reaves. Reaves, who was brought in last offseason with much fanfare to add toughness and veteran leadership, ultimately found himself on waivers and spent the majority of last season in the AHL. After the season concluded, Reaves himself revealed a significant piece of information. He had requested a trade, a request that was eventually granted, sending him to the San Jose Sharks. In his media availability on July 11th, Reaves didn't mince words about his time in Toronto. "I just thought that this wasn't obviously a good fit," he candidly stated. "I'm assuming he probably thought the same after putting me on waivers and sending me to the minors. Just thought it was kind of time to part ways." This sentiment highlights a clear disconnect between the player and the organization. Reaves went on to explain his frustration, feeling that no matter what he did on the ice, it seemed like the coaching staff had already decided he would be a healthy scratch for the next game. "I think there was just a lack of trust very early in the season," Reaves elaborated. "It just kind of looked like if I had one bad game, I was out of the lineup for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games. I'd come back in, have a good game, but then be taken right back out. I just really couldn't ever gain any momentum with my game or gain any traction. And that's hard. It's hard to play like that. So, yeah, I just didn't see a fit for me in the lineup. And it is what it is. That's also part of the business." Reaves, who is entering the final year of his 3-year for $0.05 million deal, clearly felt stifled and unable to contribute consistently in the role he envisioned. His departure, therefore, creates the very vacuum that a player like Ross Johnston could potentially fill. The other side of this proposed trade, David Kampf, has also been a subject of much discussion within the Maple Leafs organization. After being a healthy scratch throughout much of the playoffs, it became abundantly clear that the Maple Leafs were actively looking to trade him. Beyond his on-ice performance, a significant motivator for moving Kampf is the opportunity to save valuable cap space. NHL insider Nick Alberga recently shed light on the situation, stating, "The Leafs remain active in trying to find new homes for David Kampf and Kaye Jarnkrok. With free agency set to kick off tomorrow, I'm told there's not much doing on either front right now. The market has been thin." This indicates that while the Leafs are eager to make moves, finding willing trade partners for players like Kampf and Jarnkrok has proven challenging. Kampf's limited playoff action, playing in just one game, further underscores his expendability in the eyes of the Leafs management and coaching staff. So, what does this all mean for the Toronto Maple Leafs as they continue to navigate a pivotal offseason? The potential acquisition of Ross Johnston signifies a continued desire for a physical enforcer-type presence, a role that many believe is still vital in the modern NHL, especially come playoff time. It also highlights the team's relentless pursuit of cap flexibility, a constant battle for a team with several high-salaried stars. The departure of Ryan Reaves, coupled with his candid remarks, paint a picture of a player who simply couldn't find his footing within the Leaf system, leading to a mutual desire for a fresh start. And the ongoing efforts to trade David Kampf underscore the team's commitment to retooling their bottom six and optimizing their salary structure. This isn't just about swapping players. It's about the Toronto Maple Leafs continuing to refine their identity, searching for the right blend of skill, grit, and financial prudence. Will Ross Johnston be the missing piece that provides that elusive physical edge? Will shedding David Kampf's contract open up the door for other, more impactful moves? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure. The Toronto Maple Leafs offseason is far from over, and the drama continues to unfold. What are your thoughts on this potential trade, Leafs Nation? Do you think Ross Johnston is the right enforcer for this team, or should they be looking elsewhere? Let us know your take in the comments below. And if you found this breakdown insightful and engaging, please smash that like button and share this video with every single Maple Leafs fan you know. Your support helps us bring you the most passionate and detailed analysis. We'll be here to keep you updated as every twist and turn of this offseason unfolds. Until then, keep the faith and go Leafs go.